Hey guys, it's Roscoe on Space Couch here. I thought I'd just share some of the tidbits I gleaned from having a look at the Force Awakens visual dictionary. I'm afraid I haven't got it with me, but it's that great big white book with the giant Kylo Ren mask on the front. So, like I said, some interesting bits of information you can find in there, and the book is considered canon. So, obviously it discusses the various characters, the minor and the major ones, on both sides, as well as neutrals, like say people from Jakku or Maz Kanata's castle, the weapons, the settings, planets, various costumes, all that sort of stuff, in quite a lot of detail. It's pretty interesting. It's like pages devoted to specific characters, like say, there's one devoted to Poe Dameron on one side. He's he's in his jacket, his casual outfit. The other one, he's in his resistance flight suit. But more importantly, they want you to know that his hair is tousled from wearing his helmet. There's an actual line of text with a line that says that, it's pointing to Poe's tousled hair. That's Poe Dameron, everyone loves him. Now, the reason there was a Battle of Jakku at all, 30 years previously, I think a year after the Battle of Endor, that planet, Jakku, was a secret hidden Imperial research facility there. God knows what they were doing, nothing good, I expect. That's why the Imperials chose to make their final stand there, to try and protect whatever it was. Fail, they destroy the base, or so we're told. Maybe it'll turn up in another film, who knows. And then the ships that don't get destroyed and crash onto the planet jump off to the outer rim. Turns out that those Imperials, they use tractor beams when they're crashing into the planet to drag, it'd be rebellion, I guess, vessels to their doom along with them. How nice of them, thanks for that. What else do you expect from some dying empire? Ceausescu was exactly the same. Now, in the book, obviously, in the dictionary, Poe Dameron is described as being idealistic and reckless, and with tousled hair. Finn is said to have intense devotion to and loyalty to newfound friends. I can definitely see that. Probably a reaction to his programming, I suppose. But it also mentions, a lot of people are not going to trust him because of his background as a stormtrooper. We didn't see that in The Force Awakens, but I think we will probably see that in the other two parts of this trilogy. People in resistance aren't going to trust him. He's an Imperial. Can't trust a stormtrooper. We shall see. Obviously, Poe will help with that. And Leia also, she knows that heroes can come from the most unlikely of places, Her own brother, as it were, Luke Skywalker, where did he come from? Some backwater desert planet. Again, a backwater desert planet, and he became a hero and is currently the only Jedi, I guess. The book also mentions just about, say, the Force, that it is Finn and Rey, the two of them. It's their escape that is centre of disturbance in the Force. Because there's very few Jedi and there's no Sith, only other Force users can sense this. So that'd be like Snoke, Kylo, and I assume the Knights of Ren are Force sensitive also. And then you would have on the other side people like, say, Maz Kanata. I don't know if the Witches of Dathomir or the Night Sisters exist in this universe, but they were also other Force users, I think, both light side and dark side, I'm not sure. So, we also do learn about why Kylo's lightsaber is that three-pronged version with the blades coming out from the pommel. Turns out the kyber crystal that powers the lightsaber is cracked and unstable, and so it needs those vents to stop it from just exploding, I guess. All in all, I'd say it was a pretty decent addition to any Star Wars collection and visual dictionary. It's not that many pages in it, it's reasonably priced. Visually, it is very good, You see a lot of detail on, say, the costumes and the weapons, more on the minor characters, I would have thought, because obviously they want to show you as much as possible that you didn't really pick up in the movie. So, I said, yes, it does show the main characters on both sides and some of the minor supporting characters, like, say, course seller and some of those Imperial officers. Like, I can't remember the lad's name. He plays Jojen Reed in Game of Thrones. He was in a Doctor Who episode, and he was in the Maze Runner. That little slim blonde kid. I'm sure you know who I mean. For instance, I think he's called Petty Officer Thanson. Doesn't get a name in the film. In the background detail, they can all have names, and it's pretty interesting. There is something that, well, many things is good, but there's that cross-section of Kylo's lightsaber. I was telling you why the kyber crystal's cracked. And also, there's one of BB-8, so you get to see his inside, which is pretty cool. Doesn't show all those compartments, obviously, because there's still plenty in there to keep secret for us to show in the following films. It does say BB-8's loyalty sub-programming routine cannot be overridden. That's why he's so devoted to Poe, of course. But also, it's like, if you are telling the truth, well, make sure you are telling the truth to that droid, because he will know if you are not, and he won't trust you, you know? He does trust Finn, because Finn does end up telling him the truth about himself before he tells Rey, you know? And that's why he gets that thumbs up. Yes, good old BB-8. So yes, and so few people are also aware that the Force has had this awakening, ripple, whatever, other than, say, that very few handful. This is also why we don't really know who that awakening is centering on, other than what I've said about Rey and Finn. It's more of a general thing. Obviously, we're going to get into specifics in the second film. I assume Finn is probably going to be some sort of form of Force sensitive. Rey, she's very likely to be tempted by the dark side, because obviously when with great power comes great responsibility, and Force users who have an easy time using the Force, shall we say, it's much easier for them to fall into darkness than the ones who really have to work hard at it. And that's probably what Finn would be like, I suppose. But anyway, I guess we shall find out in due course. That was just my quick roundup of some of the more interesting bits of information to be found from the visual dictionary. Maybe some of them will get explored in later films, like, say, the hidden Imperial base. That's probably along the lines of the original. We're going to have them diving into the ruins of the Death Star in the ocean on Endor. Who knows, we shall see. Please subscribe to my video, my channel, if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or a suggestion for an upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.